my camera just will not cooperate with me today. So I'm starting out today. I've already moisturized, prepped, primed my face. I'm going to do something a little bit differently today. Today is going to be just a little bit of a war paint and wine session, but I'm going to be using a palette that is new to me. This is the LA Girl Smoky eyeshadow collection. Picked this one up. It was on sale at Ulta, and it's a very different smoky than, whoops. It has some different colors than the Urban Decay Naked Smoky collection. So this isn't a dupe, but it does have that same kind of tone to it. So today I think I want to do a bit of a half-cut crease and just kind of mess around a little bit, because next week we go back to class and I won't be able to really spend time and experiment and play and do fun things with my makeup. I'll just kind of have to run and get out the door. So just felt like messing around today and figured I'd invite you along. So I am going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to do my eyeshadow first, because these smokies have a tendency, I don't know about this particular palette, but they have a tendency to have fallout, and you can just get a nice crisp line and things like that. So it's not the way I normally do my makeup, but that's the way I'm going to do it today. So I probably won't show all my foundation and face routine, because it's basically the same. I'm going to basically do the same thing that I usually do. But I will show all my eyes and all that kind of good stuff. So I need primer. I have lost everything, including my mind. Yeah, that makes better sense. Still figuring out all my drawer organization. So I'm going to start by priming my eyes with my normal Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in Sin. And I'm going to concentrate that on the upper portion, because I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently on my lids, but a little bit of extra primer down there isn't going to hurt. So just checking in with this hair, you know, I was trying to do a black shadow root, and the product that I used was a touch-up. It was recommended to me for someone who already has black hair, and I didn't think that was going to work well, and spoiler alert, it didn't. So I still have quite a bit of the blue. I will tell you, the Neutrogena clarifying shampoo does take this stuff out pretty well. So I'm still working on that. But in all good proper fashion, it's out on the top more than it is on the bottom. So I guess that means I will be going to class the first week with blue hair. Won't be the first time, won't be the last time, but not really what I had intended. But, you know, life goes on. So where do I want to start? I'm going to grab this matte gray shade, and I'm going to do that in my crease. I reorganized all my brushes and things, so I'm still learning to find, like, life again. And this is my Sigma E37. And I always just keep like a washcloth next to me, just to wipe my brushes off as I go. It's one of the ways I can keep myself from having to wash them quite so much. Take a lighter brush, and there is a white matte shade. I'm going to grab that and I'm going to put it right under my brow bone. Just kind of blend those two together, blend that up. And you notice I've not done my eyebrows yet, so I'll have to come back in and carve those when I'm done, but that's okay. Like I said, we're just doing this in a bit of a different order today because I tend to not do this, so let's change it up a bit. Alright. Now we're getting into the dark colors, and I want to be a little more hardcore. So I'm going to do the tape trick. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I'm sure you've seen this. So take your tape, grab you a piece. Hungry dummy. And just line along where you want your eyeshadow to go. Actually, I want that a little bit lower. I don't want to roll it. And yes, then you're all like, Clear off of there. You want to be careful. Try to make sure you get those as even as possible, because otherwise, you know, your eyeshadow is going to be crooked. There we go. And that just keeps you from getting the eyeshadow past that line, and you can peel it off. It's another thing, if you're going to do this, you really don't want to do your foundation first, because this is just going to peel your foundation off and you're going to have to fix it anyway. So, alright, so I'm going to start darkening that crease. Just same brush. I'm going to grab the matte darker gray shade here. I'm going to concentrate that a little more towards this outside. This is my Lamora blending brush, and I'm going to go into this dark matte. Now we're going to start with that half cut. Alright, so I'm going to come in with the NYX Full Coverage Concealer, Jar Concealer. There are lots of different types of these that you can use. There's lots of different types of these that you can use, but anyway, I like the NYX one because it's pretty inexpensive. I don't really use it as concealer, I only really use it for doing cut creases, so. I'm going to grab that on a flat brush. This one's just a Cheap You Spicy. It doesn't really matter. You want something with a pretty sharp edge that you can cut that crease. I could probably benefit from a slightly better brush, but this is the one I have, so it's the one I'm using. We're just going to come in and we're going to go about to where we stopped that black. And we're just going to paint all that out. I'm pale, so this concealer also works pretty well for carving brows, but I tend to not do that too often, mostly out of sheer laziness. Does it pretty even? Just gonna fade that in. You're gonna get a little bit of black on there, but that's okay because you're gonna cover it up. All right. So we can see the start of our half cut crease coming in there. one's left. I'm just going to wipe before I put that back. I usually don't wash this one very often because it helps it hold its shape to have a little bit of product remaining in it, and I really only use it for that one product. But I always take a tissue and at least wipe it out and reshape it, much like you would do with an eyeliner brush. And I want to go a little crazier today. I don't know exactly where this is going, but I guess we're going to find out. It's the fun of first impressions. You just kind of start messing with stuff, and where you end up is not necessarily where you intended to. So I'm going to go into this white shimmer shade here, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in my inner corners. And I'm doing this with my Lamora detail pencil brush. Now the reason I'm starting with this light shade is because I already put my concealer in there, and if I go in with a dark shade first, if I have any fallout, it's going to tend to stick there, and I'm going to have a much harder time getting that bright on my inner corners to stay and to override all the crap that I ended up in there. So we're going to start with the light shades and work our way to darker. So I'm just going to kind of layer that in there and just make sure that all of that concealer is really like well packed with that light color, so I don't have like that fallout. Let's wipe that off. And then I want a flat brush, a smaller flat brush. Like I said, I reorganized everything. I'm still finding stuff. Work liner. It's washed. Alright, so this one will do. This is also a Use Spicy number 19. Apparently I need more flat brushes. That's not the point. So I'm going to grab this lighter blue shade. Just on one side of that flat brush. I'm going to keep it on one side because I'm going to use the other side for the next color. And I am going to go just right behind that white, just right up to that cut crease. Be very careful to observe that line that you've already created. And just fade those two together. Have to do the blue eyeshadow to go with the blue hair. Makes sense, right? Maybe only in my world, I don't know. Alright, so moving along, I'm going to take, I kind of wiped this off, but I'm going to take the opposite side of that brush, and I'm going to go into the next darker blue shade in this palette. And I'm going to kind of continue the same process. So I'm going to just layer that right. I'm going to start in the middle to make sure I don't have any fallout. Just go right up to where I cut that crease. I can feel the fallout on that one. Just come right down and just blend those two colors together. And then I have a lovely dark blue shade that I'm going to go over the rest. Well, actually, I'm going to work from the outside and see how far I need to come in with the brighter colors. I actually using that same brush because it's been wiping out pretty well, so we're just going to go for it. That seemed to do well between those two, so we're not going to leave any white. We're not going to go back. There's no going back. And I got just a little bit more dark on this side than on the other side. So on this one I am actually going to go back some the other way. So I'm going to go back to the previous color. We're just going to fade this over. Lighten that up. I actually like how that darkened, so we're going to do something over here. The denim smoky look. Alright. And now the cool thing with having the tape is you can cheat. And you can use this as a template for your eyeliner as well. So we're going to do that. Bring a couple things out here. I'm not sure what I want just yet. This lovely pewter I never get to use. We're going to definitely find a use for that. I'm going to find a use for that too. We don't know yet. I think I do want to darken up that outer edge just a little bit. And I have this really dark black that has just a little bit of shimmer in it. So I'm going to grab that same brush that I did the outer edge before, and I'm just going to go into that shade and just darken this up a little bit. All out on my pink shirt. Yeah, I like that. Alrighty then. Alright, for eyeliner, I'm using my Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner Serum in Ultra Black. You know, the one I love. I love lots of them. And I'm just going to cut that right in along the tape line. I'm going just about to the top of where I shadowed that black. I'm not going all the way in my inner corner because I'm going to get some glitter and things going on here. I'm going to start with my crystal glitter liner, my NYX Liquid Crystal Liner Dramatic Sparkle Studio Effect glitter in Crystal Pewter. And I'm just going to cut in and just highlight that cut just a little bit with this. Just really make that stand out. Take your time when you do this. It's really one of the things that's going to make the look. I'm just going to let that dry a little bit. Alright, this is the little more precise shader, and I'm grabbing just a little bit of this NYX black glitter. I just want to finish off that end with a little bit of black. I'm doing that while that's still sticky so it'll stay. Alright, so I think that's about it there. So I'm going to cut the film, do the rest of my face, and I'll come back. Alright, so I did my face, my lips, my eyebrows, and I just wanted to finish off the eye look. Hi! Come on. Come on. There you go. My stupid dog. Alright, so I just wanted to finish off my eye look. I'm going to do a little bit of waterline eyeliner underneath, and I'm going to take the same dark blue and do just a little bit of that on the outside corner, and then I'm going to do mascara. You know you're a nudge, right? Yeah, that's you. That's you. Alright. So underneath, we'll start with under eye eyeliner. This is the Tarte Maneater. It's a really weird one. You can't do that. Thank you. Just a little bit of waterline. That's a weird one. Then I'm going to grab my flat angle brush, and I'm going to go into not the darkest blue I used, but the medium blue that I used. Just a little bit underneath. And I'm going to take the black that I finished off with the shimmer. I want that one. I'm going to do a little bit lighter color, so I'm going to grab this purplish gray here. The same brush and just carry that up. I totally didn't even notice this has a mirror in it. A little mirror there. Cool. And I want just a little extra glitter because you can't have too much. So this is the Stila Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. And this is just the color Silver. This is called Diamond Dust. Just a touch on that inner corner. Don't want to overdo it, but I know. Can you overdo glitter? Really? Just a touch there, just to brighten that up a little extra bit, because why not? And mascara. And I am using the Julep Length Matters Buildable Lengthening Mascara. And all the other products that I used, of course, I'll link below. All right. So this is the completed look using the LA Girl Smoky eyeshadow collection for a half cut crease. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it and if you learned anything, please give me a like. Please subscribe to my channel and I will see you in my next video.